It's my birthday. My husband said I'm 20 plus freight. That's my husband. Nothing like being half a century old.
You hit the big 5-0?
Big 5-0. Yes, indeed.
Any big plans?
Just going out to dinner tonight. Lunch with my dad today, and then on Saturday, all the girls in the office are going to the spa to celebrate, and then dinner afterwards. So we
That
won't
sounds
have
fun.
a pamper party.
Yeah.
The net sheet, I think all the comps. Love to talk to you about getting that one on the market and getting it sold. Good prospecting session this morning. Negotiating 3 contracts. We just sold 1, so we're still working on 2 more right now as we speak. Meeting with a seller at 3:30, so it's a productive day. Stephanie, so I left the house way before anybody was awake, so I could sneak out of there before I got roped into preparing our house to get it on the market. They're packing and boxing things up and things I don't enjoy doing, so I got to work really early, so I try to stay out of that and just do another deal or help another person so we can make it happen.
Okay, so it's time for me to take some of my own advice. We've often talked about how to prepare your home for sale, and now after 14 years, it's our turn. So I'm going through our bookcases and making sure that we're taking down our personal photos, taking out anything that's really taste specific, and just making it where the buyer, when they walk in our home, they can envision themselves living here. So I'm up for the task. There's a lot of work to do. Okay, so I've already taken our family photos down, and I'm trying to find some things that are just kind of nice to look at but not too distracting. So I'll look for a few books and maybe some nice boxes or figurines that are kind of neutral and just see if they work, just to create a nice little vignette but nothing too distracting. So it'll take me a few minutes to make sure I like it. So one of the first things that I've started packing, and I always suggest this when you're starting your move, is to find, if you have any of your fine china, that's usually something that someone doesn't use as often, so it's a great idea to start packing that first. And then after that, once you're kind of accomplished that fine china, then books are a great idea to start, especially ones that you've read and you're ready to maybe move on. You could donate. Or things like this lovely shark book of my son's, we can just pack that away and he can read that in a couple of months. So books are a great idea to go ahead and move on, or pack up. And then usually pictures are another great idea too, just to pack those up. So china, books, photos, that's the first step. And we're on our way. Oh my goodness. So sweet. That's the problem though. When you start packing photos, you can get stuck looking at photos, but gotta keep going. All right, so I was just saying that Greg is pretty excited that he doesn't have to share his closet with me next time, but so far so good. But one of our tips for making your closet look as spacious as possible is, one tip I actually like to do is color code your clothes, and I know that sounds a little crazy, lighter to darker. It makes your closet look a little more organized. But then go ahead and take out your out of season clothes, and you really don't have to make a big production on your clothes. If your home is nearby, it may be something that you can literally put the clothes in the car and drive them to your next house and not have to box them up. But whatever you do, if you remove the clothes, it makes the closet look a lot bigger. And of course, a lot of people are looking for more storage when they move. Missing a shoe. What's really great about this closet is that it's been we had someone custom design the closet space for us so we could maximize the storage. So there's some great storage for the shoes, and we even were able to maximize the height of the closet with some great baskets, which I just got at Target, that seemed to work well. And then I really like the feature of having the added drawers on the side, so just some really great storage in here. Okay, so this is going to be our before shot, and I'm just making a note because oftentimes a buyer will stand at your front door the longest of any place in your entire house because the agent is actually accessing a lockbox that's usually put on the front door. And so while the agent's working with the lockbox, which sometimes is temperamental, may take a little while, they're getting the key, the buyer is looking at all kinds of things. And so they're looking at the paint job on your front door. They're looking at the actual hardware. They're looking above, and they're looking to see, has the house been taken care of? So in the next few weeks, I'm going to get power washed. I'm going to repaint our front door. I'm going to make sure our hardware looks really good and make sure this whole area looks very inviting. And the last step, I'll make sure that there's some pretty potted plants on the front porch that just give this a little bit of life. Okay, so I've got a full day of packing ahead of me, so I've got to go. So I'll see you later.
Fantastic. Good salad, good entertainment, good conversation.
So we have about,
Hey Greg Sisson with
how many
Remax
total?
Myrtle
Oh, wait a
Beach.
minute, I can
John
tell you.
Head gave you your
wow, he
number.
just
How
got
are you?
really loud. So,
Glad you're-
okay, we have
That was a
252
home
applicants.
roll-up, and you
So,
reached out to me to find
we're
the
gonna go
lead
through
to
some of
help
these.
sell the house.
This one is
So
for,
I asked him, I'd be,
our
"What are you
listing
talking about? It's
coordinator.
on pavement." Of course it is, but I
So we're just
understand.
looking through and trying to
Whalehead,
find the
that
right
rings
fit.
a bell. Is that
So a
something
lot
you'd
of
be
these people are very
interested in?
qualified. We want to make sure that they're
Okay,
also a good fit
Good
for our
past
culture.
client, sold multiple houses for
So,
a year. His
it just
name
takes
is
a little
Gordon
time.
Walters. All right, we made a good time, man. That traffic, we got to figure out a way to, I don't know what I've ever did without Google Maps. All right, so we've got a current client of mine who owns another home on Westville Drive that his sister and I think her children live in, but they're going to be moving to a different property, to a condo, I believe. So he wants to sell the house. This house was built in 07, little 15 to 1600 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, very, very saleable. And his name is Rick. We just listed his other house last week and hit it off really well. And he called, by the way, I think I want to sell my other house down here. So that's where we are.